president's happy with the support from the East End community. Fish sales are said to be going well. And police officials say vigilance is the word this Easter season.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news, the president of Oban Energies LLC says he is encouraged by the feedback from residents of East Grants, Bahamas regarding Oban's multi-billion-dollar investment for the area. The executive is still on Grants, Bahamas, meeting with various organizations and says environmental protection is the cornerstone of the project.
We are listening, we've heard you, hopefully we've addressed most of your concerns, but we recognise that as we go through this process, there's more things that we need to share, and I'm certainly committed to providing that.
The president of Oban Energy, Satpal Dunna, expressing great optimism about the multi-billion-dollar project slated for East Grants, Bahamas. For over a week now, the president has been on the ground meeting with various stakeholders, organizations, and residents, hearing their concerns and providing much needed answers.
Before I arrived, I heard and read a lot of the news articles. I was a little bit concerned about whether people really wanted this project to happen. Since I've been here, I've met a varying community. I've met the council members, I've met individuals from the local area, I've met with the Chamber of Commerce. And in reality, there's a lot of optimism about this project. I think they just need more information. They need more confidence and comfort in this as a company and as a management team. And hopefully I've alleviated some of those. I've made certain promises and I fully expect to deliver on those.
Dunna says that the objective remains the same, to build a long-term sustainable project that will be environmentally safe and deliver local benefits. He says the company is currently in the advanced stage of completing the environmental impact assessment, which began over 12 months ago.
Since my time here, we've met with the BEST Commission, they've met with our environmental consultants, they've done a site visit and participated in a scoping meeting. Now that was quite a critical step. So we're committed now to advancing this process and getting that completed as soon as possible. And it is, of course, one of the major questions everyone's asking us is what are the environmental impacts and how are we going to mitigate them. So it's in our interest to complete it as soon as possible and start consultations and discussions with the community as a whole and the key stakeholders.
Dunna says that so far, over $10 million has been invested into the local economy, adding that he is confident that this will be a long-term, mutually beneficial organization.
Jobs are quite important. We've committed to providing at least 80% of the jobs to Bahamians. I made a commitment at the town hall, which I want to reaffirm, which is to give the people of East End first right of refusal on those jobs. There's 600 jobs that we're anticipating during construction, that's direct jobs, and another 1,000 indirect jobs during that process, which we're encouraging because we're using local suppliers and ensuring that they then hire and recruit local people. And then post-construction, 250 permanent jobs. And that the commitment stays, it's at least 80% Bahamian.
Tonight, an elderly couple is appealing to the public for urgent assistance. The place they called home went up in flames a few days ago, and they are now in need of desperate help. 68-year-old Emmeline Jones Woodside was diagnosed with glaucoma some years ago. After treatments and medicines failed, she fully lost her sight in 2011. This past weekend, she also lost her home after husband Wellington Woodside attempted to smoke out a swarm of bees. Woodside says they were swarming the wooden structure by the hundreds, and her husband lit a stick to disperse them.
It was kind of windy, and it lit the tar paper and the tar under the roof, and the whole roof caught a fire. And this was only our temporary house that we were living in because, as you could see, we were trying to finish the brick house in the front.
The family is now in need of the immediate necessities, including food, clothing, and school supplies for her 15-year-old granddaughter, whom she takes care of.
My granddaughter goes to Jack Hayward School, and she loses everything, uniform, bags, book, everything, shoes, everything in the house. I'm not working, and as you can see, my husband is 80, he's going to be 80 in May, the 22nd of May. I'm going to be 69, April the 26th, which is next month. Now one of us will work, we're living off pension.
Woodside says she knows that God will provide for them as they now seek to continue building their home. The couple is appealing to the public for any assistance.
We lose everything. I left with just a short pants and a shirt on, and one of my sisters-in-law gave me this dress here to put on, and we've been toggling out from then to now.
And the meanwhile, if it's, some plywood or some material that we can build, start to build, you know what I mean? If I get a roof on this, then I just take my time and buy whatever we could scrap up and then try to finish off living here. By the time we have a place to stay, we the homeless, let's say homeless, I mean, it's a tragedy how that go on like that,
Her husband says that despite the loss, he is thankful to God that they made it out alive. Now, if you're able to assist the couple, they say they can be contacted at telephone numbers 821-8769 or 602-0668. Well, in other news, the long holiday weekend is here, and police officials on Grand Bahama are advising everyone that whether on the streets or at sea, safety must be your watchword. Italia Hall has the details.
With the Easter holiday approaching, many residents may be going to the beach or attending special events. Superintendent with the Police Marine Division Doyle Burrows is reminding everyone to be vigilant around the water and pay special attention to children. Superintendent Burrows also encouraged all boaters to practice safe boating. He says that every boater should have a flotation device like this on board for every passenger.
Also, we ask you to please make sure you have some communication device. That is, if there is a cell phone, a satellite phone, a VHF radio, some way that you can actually call somebody in the event something goes wrong. We ask boaters to file a float plan. A float plan is very, very simple to tell somebody where you're going, where you intend to go, how long you intend to be out. Right? What we encourage people to do also is if you're going out, take a photograph of the persons who are going with you. That is a good help if we have to go out and look for you.
Inspector Eli Ariska of the Fire Department also providing some safety tips. He says for those of you who will be firing up the gas barbecue grills, you should always make sure that the regulators are working properly and that the lines do not need to be replaced.
Of late, we have had a few incidents where persons have used those gas barbecue grills, and due to faulty regulators, we had some gas leaks and some incidents that we had to attend to. And persons who's going to use the coals or the wood barbecue that is pretty much prevalent in the Bahamas, we want to ask that when you complete barbecuing, that you properly extinguish those coals and those wood. We ask you to just dig a pit, place the coals in there, and properly extinguish it by pouring water over it.
Traffic accidents are also a major concern for police. Superintendent of Police Jeremy Hanfield says on average there are about 15 accidents that occur on Grand Bahama per week, and he's encouraging all motorists to slow down.
We know that the activity is going to be, like I say, some in the east, some in the west. You may want to get there to have a good time. So we ask that you leave in sufficient time. Take an extra half an hour out.
And when it comes to drinking and driving,
if you have to, then we ask that you find a designated driver, someone who is responsible, someone who would be able to take you home at the end of the event.
Superintendent Walter Henderson also had this bit of advice for homeowners who will be traveling.
Please be careful when you are posting photographs and pictures showing you away from your home or the duration of your visit wherever you may go. Have a relative, someone trustworthy, or a neighbor to look after your home.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Tonight, our Carifta trivia continues. Simply go to our Facebook page, ZNS Northern Service, and the first person to correctly answer wins tickets. Be sure to send your answer to our inbox. Tonight's trivia question is, in which year and in what country did the Carifta Games begin? Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition continues in just a moment.